Welcome to the Kierce and Carl Show. It's your boy Kierce. I'm with my boy Carl, aka C Money.
What's good?
We in
What's
the building.
good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building and we're gonna talk about a little Pittsburgh Steelers football today. Steelers coming off a bizarre Thursday night loss to the Vikings. It was kind of a beatdown, kind of not. Claypool had some antics. So Big Ben threw a dime to end the game that got dropped, but the
Punched
guy got
out.
crushed. So with all that being said, Pittsburgh coming off a big win from the Ravens and then a loss to the Vikings. What is their playoff picture looking like for them?
Well, I mean, surprisingly enough, they still have a chance. You know, they got the one tie and they got the 6 losses, but with as packed up as the AFC has been, they're still in it. Now, I don't necessarily like their chances to make the playoffs, and that game Thursday tells you why. The team looks like they're coming out flat to start games, almost every game this year. I don't know if that's something you want to put on Mike Tomlin, if it's something you want to put on Big Ben, if something you want to put on each individual player. Now, granted, they are a different team when TJ Watt is playing. I mean, that guy, when he's on the field, he's incredible. But he does seem to have trouble staying healthy. They're a different defense with that. But this stat that I just pulled up, I think is pretty indicative of the Steelers that we grew up watching with Palomalu, et cetera. They could stop the run.
Yeah.
Guess where the Steelers rank in rushing yards per game, giving up rushing yards per game?
Wow. I would guess around 15.
They're 30th in the NFL.
Wow.
They're giving up 139 and a half rushing yards per game. And that's not Pittsburgh Steelers football.
Not at all.
I think everybody knows that. Ben obviously can't move. The offensive line isn't good. So it's a bad combination for him, because somebody that immobile as Ben is now, you need a top-notch offensive line, and they don't have that. They have a great running back in Najee Harris. The line can't block for him good. The play calling is bad with Matt Canada. I've been watching this team a lot this year because Najee is my running back in fantasy, so I've been cheering for him, following his season. He looks great, but the Steelers as a whole, man, they just have all these problems that I've just gone over. I think at the top of the list is not being able to stop the run, and then the offensive play calling, I think, has been bad. And the other stuff is just kind of auxiliary, but it's there as well. The antics from Claypool, the not having his head in the game, the going down by a lot in every game, it seems, and having to come back. So this team's chance to make the playoffs, I don't like it. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, pretty much I agree with everything you said on that one. Only thing I will say is that division is looking very shaky right now.
That's
Baltimore
true.
just lost Marlon Humphreys. They fourth string running back. Lamar Jackson is amazing, but there's only so much he can do for that team. Joe Burrow, broken pinky. So, who knows how long that's going to take to heal. So Cincinnati will be my favorite coming out with the healthy Joe Burrow, but not healthy. Who knows? Baker Mayfield, not healthy.
Big game this week in this division with the Ravens going to the Browns. That's gonna I think that's gonna go a long way to kind of seeing if the Browns are for real, seeing if the Ravens want to put their best foot forward. Mm-hmm. That's a big game for the AFC North.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And
so Kierce, obviously we both kind of agree this team has issues. What do you think the solution is? Is it Aaron Rodgers coming from Green Bay, or is that just a fantasy that Steelers fans are throwing out? Is it a couple draft picks? What do you think this team needs right now?
It's time to move on in the quarterback position. Big Ben he's always lacked leadership as a leader of men. Back in his day, he was one of the most irresponsible quarterbacks there was. So
follow me to the bathroom.
Yeah. My man does coke in the bathroom and rapes women. So, he ain't
allegedly.
Allegedly. So they need to move on at the quarterback. They should have moved on 2 years ago. Defensively, defensively, they still have a lot of good pieces. They got Minka, Devin Bush, and TJ Watt. So defensively, they have some cornerstones. They'll be fine. Offensively, they have cornerstones in Claypool and Najee Harris and the tight end. I can't remember his name, but yeah, they just need a new quarterback. They need a young, dynamic quarterback to compete with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson in that division for the next 10 years.
Yeah, because those guys aren't going anywhere. I think Joe Burrow has kind of solidified himself in that category this year. Lamar's obviously already done that, won an MVP. So yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh has some things to figure out at the quarterback position. Even a guy that comes to mind, because I've talked to Steelers fans, oh, Aaron Rodgers is coming. It wouldn't surprise me if Aaron Rodgers stays in Green Bay, but they'll deal with that in the offseason. But Gardner Minshew or someone of that caliber could probably do things that Ben can't do right now, just because I don't even think Ben can play action on like a outside zone run play because he can't get there in time.
Yeah. A game manager will be fine for them. At this point, Ben is so immobile and old. He's 39 years old. He's not aging like the great Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees or Peyton Manning. He's aging like spoiled milk. So, so let's get Big Ben out of there so that give Dwayne Haskins a shot, man. I think he sucks ass, but throw him in there and see what he can do. Big Ben, obviously, he just can't get it done. Not 18 games. You give me Big Ben for one playoff game, maybe, but 18 game season and then ask him to win in the AFC, it's not gonna happen. So
I think I remember some story about Haskins that he was in the strip club like at 3 a.m. in the morning the night before the game or something. But this was a few years ago. But I just don't. I don't know if he's ever going to be that guy.
I don't think he is. He's not. He's not.
Like I said, maybe they could get somebody like Gardner Minshew because obviously Philadelphia kind of has a little bit of a. I don't want to say a controversy. I think they'll end up going with Hurts, but Minshew can play. There's some other guys around the league kind of like that.
Pittsburgh, I hear what you're saying, but Pittsburgh doesn't. I don't think they need a bridge quarterback like a Teddy Bridgewater, Gardner Minshew. They need to go all out. Go get somebody young and see if he's the guy. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe Deshaun, something like go get somebody that's either young and proven or go draft somebody. They don't need a bridge,
Yeah, I mean the quarterback draft class isn't as strong this year, so maybe the teams at the top supposedly are going to pass on QBs, like the Lions and stuff. So maybe one of those guys like Kenny Pickett, or there's a guy from Liberty. I'm not up to date on my draft stuff yet, but yeah, I mean maybe they can get a quarterback in this upcoming draft.
Yeah, I think they need to. Mason Rudolph's not the answer. Dwayne Haskins is not the answer. Big Ben definitely ain't the answer. So, and the Steelers have a precedent to where 8-8 is not good enough for them. You go get Gardner Minshew, yeah, you go 8-8, or was it 8-9 now, 9-8, whatever. You go barely 500. That's not the Steelers. Big Ben has been with them since 2004, and they win. They're class of the AFC for the last 15 years. They've been in that picture with the Killer Bees.
So I'm going to wrap it up on this Steelers talk with just having you break down these last these last 4 games. Just give me a win or lose, maybe a sentence or two about what you think. But, obviously these last 4 games are going to decide Pittsburgh's fate, sitting at 6-6-1. They basically need all of them. So next week they got Titans, Steelers. Titans at the Steelers. What do you think about that one? Win or loss?
Depends on if AJ Brown plays. I would say that's a loss.
So that probably knocks them out of the playoffs right there. But then it's Steelers at Chiefs. What do you think about that one?
Definitely a loss. Chiefs defense is playing great.
And then it's Browns, who will probably be scratching and clawing themselves for a playoff spot. Browns at Steelers.
If Chubb and Hunter healthy, it's another loss.
And then finally to end the season, it'd be Steelers at Ravens.
I think they beat the Ravens again. Ravens are beat up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. At most, these next 4 games, at
2 and
most, I think
2.
they win 2.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to be enough. So this isn't a playoff team. They need to rebuild in the draft. And I like watching Steeler football. I want to see them do well, but yeah, they need some help right now.
100% agree. You want to piece us out?
Peace.